Welcome back to Age's Little Shed Shop. Today I'll be changing the grips on Lewis here, because just recently, after doing the tour to tendering and riding each week, my grips have decided that they don't want to stay in place, so it's time to replace them. I've only got some cheap ones to replace them with because they're grips. They get worn, and most grips these days are pretty good, so I'm going to show you how to do it. First of all, we've got to remove the old grips. So I'll get that done and I'll be back in a mo. Once you've removed your grip tape, then you need to clean down your bars. So if you are, like me, have bars where you've got your cable running along it and it's taped to it, you've got to remove that tape. This has been on it for a while and it's a really warm day, so one, it comes off really easy. Well, it's horrible. But two, it's really, really sticky. I'll get this done and then show you what's next. Where's the end? Where's the end, man? Where's the end? So once you've removed all your old tape holding your cables in place underneath your bars, if you've got them like that, I have, you're then going to want to clean them up. White spirit, I mean, that's what I use, and a rag, and clean off all that nasty stickiness, and then let it evaporate and dry before you do the next stage of taping them back in place. And wear gloves. Now with that done, just got to let it evaporate and dry. Coffee break while it dries. Now this is all nice and dry and I've cleaned off the sticky from the cables. Take yourself some electrical tape, which I thought I had, and I can't find it, so I had to borrow some from my neighbour. Gotta love neighbours. Got good neighbours, then you're in a good place. And then tape your cables back in place. Some fresh tape, nice and tight. Try and finish it underneath the handlebar, and you might need more than one. Try and keep it nice and flat. One side and do the other. And make sure you don't do it too much, you can't turn your handlebars. So that is your cables popped back in place where you want them. You don't want them over the top because you don't want them underneath where your hands are going to be, and you don't want them too close to the front because you don't want where your fingers are going to be. Next up, it's time to wrap your grip tape. So in your box of grips, you get one grip, normally some bar ends, and your second grip, and then of course you get some nice finishing tape. All grip tapes are different when you come across them. Some will be just your grip tape with nothing underneath, but you do want a bit of thickness to them so you have something to grip onto and you get less fatigue. Now this grip tape that I picked up has a sticky center, which is quite nice. It makes it a lot easier for sticking to the handlebars and also to the grip itself. It shouldn't come undone anywhere near as quick, whereas other grip tapes like this one that came off of it, this doesn't have a sticky center and it is quite thin, so there's a lot less grip. You get a lot more fatigue with a lot less sponge to it. This has a wide, sticky but not adhesive, like gelness to it. It will peel and unpeel as many times as you need to. With this, you don't just get one shot, but you don't get a lot of goes at it. You must make sure that you keep it to a good tension while you're going. And you start right here on the bar end. What you want to do is you want to overlap this end by about half to get going. You go at an angle, then you come round and you go over, and you go into the outside. Pull back your sticky. You want to make sure you've got enough tension to do it. Dig that halfway, go round, so you're just catching the end, and a bit of tension and tension while you pull, always keeping that angle quite nice. Always overlapping. Now, when you get this angle part, it's not going to want to play nice. On a flat, it's a piece of cake. On the angle, you just need to make sure that you pull that tension and take that angle, maybe a little bit more cute, just to get it. Pull it and wrap. Keep going until you get up to your gear levers. When you get to your hood, now some tapes will come with an extra piece that you can put in between here just to make it look quite nice, but if you do it correctly, tension, you come up and over. And under. So it's all going to be underneath the hood, this part. And then round here, pull this up, covering all of your gaps, and then you're back on track. And then keep going, applying tension around these bends, slightly lengthening it on the outside. Almost there. And we are there. Now, you can cut this at an angle, which way? That way. So it meets, or you can just wrap it to where it's done, and then you take your scissors. Some people cut a really acute angle, some people don't. It's all down to preference. So you cut that angle, so when it comes round, you meet up underneath. When you apply your tape, say halfway across the end part, depending on how thick your tape is, follow with the way that it goes, pull that really tight. That's it, pretty much finished. Or you take your nice piece of finishing tape that come with it. I mean, you don't have to use electrical tape, you can just use this straight off. You get that, and you follow in the same direction. Try and get it underneath. As it's a nice warm day for me, that is sticky as you like. And just give that a little grab. One's done. The only other thing to do is to put in your new bar end. So we'll push the hood back, and that should be completely covered with no gaps. Lovely. And then this bar end here, you just get this and you push it inside. It won't want to go, but you just push it inside. You go, no, that's your home. Why don't you want to go home? Get in your home. Voila. And that is how you do that. Now, the reason we wrap it the way that we do is because when your hands are on the outside, on your drop, you bring your hands out, which will tighten the wrap. When your hands are on top, you bring your hands twist towards you, which also tightens the wrap, which is why the wrap changes direction when you do this bit. So it's outside, inside. And now I'm going to do the second wrap, and you'll see how this looks when it's done. that is a nice simple fix to renew your bike, refresh your bike, and refresh your grip when you've got a knackered grip tape and you need to replace it, one that's come undone, or because you put it on and you just didn't do a good enough job, or it's just at the end of its life. But that's that. This is now ready to ride. This is Lewis and we're going out for a ride. Thank you for watching these little shed shop. This has been how to change your grip tape. We'll see you again soon.